X-Force has been confirmed for the Deadpool sequel, but who's on the team? Now, a few days ago, Fox dropped the first official trailer for the untitled Deadpool sequel due out this May, besides featuring some top-shelf goofs and a sweet reference to Henry Cavill's digitally removed Justice League mustache, also known as Justache. Hey, we came up with that right now! The film also featured this. Holy shit! Though there was a ton of fan speculation about exactly who this superhero team-up is, Deadpool co-creator Rob Liefeld finally spilled the beans earlier this week on Instagram and confirmed it's everyone's favorite super edgy mutant team-up, X-Force, which makes sense because Fox does plan on releasing an X-Force film in the near future. Now, with X-Force being around since 1991 and the team having a few dozen former members, the internet is desperately trying to figure out which members of X-Force these are supposed to be. So everybody, get out your betting tickets because today we present the Nerdist News 2018 X-Force Member Betting Odds-a-Palooza. First, let's get the obvious ones out of the way. That red-suited guy in the center is clearly Deadpool, and that glasses-wearing woman to our left is clearly Domino, played by Zazie Beetz. We give them a mind-numbingly safe 1-to-1 betting odds. But who is this to our far right? Terry Crews? 1. The internet had no idea he was even in this film, so bravo Fox for keeping a huge secret. And 2, who is his character even supposed to be? Now, some people are speculating that the Cruise Man is taking on the role of Hammer from Cable's six-pack team from the comics. Hammer was established in X-Force issue 8, and though Cruise and Hammer do share a similar look, Hammer is confined to a robotic exoskeleton in the comics, and we're not seeing that suit here, so we're giving this one a 5-to-1. Now, the most likely choice for Cruise's character is former six-pack member George Washington Bridge. GW has been known to team up with Deadpool from time to time, so it would make perfect sense for him to be a part of X-Force in the Deadpool film universe. We give this one a whopping 2-to-1, and as a side note, if you want to know the odds on Disney letting Fox reference GW Bridges' past as the former head of S.H.I.E.L.D., we give that one about 1,000,000,000,000 to 1. But to be fair, there was a downed helicarrier in Deadpool 1, so who knows? Now, before we jump off this Terry Crews train, there is some speculation that he could be Anarchist, an X-Force member established in issue 116, but we seriously doubt they'll have the spokesperson for Old Spice debut as a superhero whose main power is that he can sweat acid, so we give the odds on this one a 10-to-1. Now, to jump over to the character between Deadpool and Domino, it's hard to tell from this trailer, but that mask covering his mouth leads us to believe it could be Chamber or Zeitgeist. Now, Chamber was introduced in Generation X #1, but he hasn't had much, if any, interaction with the X-Force in the comics, so we give that one a 10-to-1. Now, Zeitgeist, on the other hand, has the same mask, and he was a member of X-Force's second iteration introduced in X-Force 116, along with the aforementioned Anarchist. We give the odds of that being Zeitgeist a 5-to-1. And for those of you saying that it can't possibly be Zeitgeist because he was both established and killed almost immediately in his first appearance, to that we say, wouldn't introducing and then immediately killing off a member of your new team be a super Deadpool-y thing to do?
Yeah.
It would. One last note, a few fans noticed that the Masked Man looks really similar to Ryan Reynolds' portrayal of Deadpool in the X-Men Origins Wolverine film, and there's a chance that character could just be a deep-cut reference to that character. Though inside baseball is the only sport Deadpool knows how to play, we give the odds of that 100-to-1. Moving on between Deadpool and Terry Crews, we've got this guy. Now, some fans are speculating that he could be the characters Richter or Solo, but we're here to say he's definitely X-Force member Shatterstar. Come on, people! We saw the double swords. We're giving those odds a 1-to-1. But before we finish up, we've got one more character to reveal. Sweet Thanos of Titan. There's a sixth character in that picture. Though it's tough to positively identify a superhero based on a blurry picture of a white spandex leg, our best guess is that this is longtime X-Force member Phantom X. And until we can think of another character who's part of X-Force and wears white tights, we're giving the odds on this a 5-to-1. So there you have it. X-Force is officially part of Fox movie canon. And though the identities of these specific X-Force members is mostly speculation on our part, the trailer for the new Deadpool film has given us a lot to be hyped about, which is more than we can say for some of the other trailers that dropped this week. Venom. But what do you folks think? Are you excited to see X-Force in the Deadpool film? Do you have any theories on who these X-Force members are? And do you think we'll see X-Force's space pickle cameraman Dupe in the new Deadpool film? Let's discuss. Also, be sure to like and subscribe. And hey, have you heard of Nerdist News What the Friday? It's our brand new show where we break down the week in nerd culture with arguments, soapboxing, and games. It's like one of those boring political discourse shows where everyone fights but without the boring political discourse, so completely different now that I think about it. Check it out Fridays at 1 p.m. Pacific exclusively over on ProjectAlpha.com. See you there!